Welcome back everyone. I've made several videos like this in the past, but I've always been kind of iffy about it, and in some situations I would have recommended it and other things I probably wouldn't. But in this day and age, I can confidently say that you should not be buying an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 6 Plus right now currently. Now I will say that with the caveat, if you currently own these phones, then I think it's okay. If you can make it last for a couple more months or a year or two, be my guest. But I would recommend everyone who currently, is planning on upgrading or they're planning on getting a phone for somebody else, I would kind of stay away from an iPhone 6. And that's coming from somebody who, owns a lot of iPhone 6s and I own a lot of 6 Pluses. And I know that these phones are great and I like them and I feel like they're pretty important for the whole entire Apple lineup. But for the price tag that they're going for right now, it's just insane because going from an iPhone 6 to an iPhone 6s is a really big upgrade, and I would recommend people going to get an iPhone 6s if they have to. I would still recommend an iPhone 8 or an iPhone SE 2020 or whatever, but even then an iPhone 6s is probably the lowest I would go. Now the reason I bring this up is because I go on eBay all the time, I go on all these other websites, and I see that for some reason these iPhone 6 and 6 Pluses go for so much money. It doesn't really make much sense. Now, it's not like thousands of dollars or anything, but it's still hovering around that $100 price tag, for I guess the 32 gig model, which is actually a lot of money to pay for a phone like that. And I'll give you an example. I bought several iPhone 6s's for around, I think it was around $100 at the time, which I think was a little bit less than a year ago. And even then, that's a pretty good price to pay for a phone. But that phone came out in 2015 and it's still supported with iOS and all that. Whereas on the iPhone 6, you're kind of outdated in a lot of different ways in terms of the camera, in terms of the software, in terms of the hardware. It's just not that fast of a phone. Now, like I said, the caveat is if you currently, made it last this long and if you're still using it, I'd say be my guest, you know what I mean? Make it last as long as you want to. I would even tell you to keep it until the iPhone 12s come out, because then you can probably go pick up an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 10s or whatever in the used market if you want to for a little bit cheaper, rather than upgrading right now and picking up almost a year-old phone. But even that being said, you have to keep in mind that these things are a little bit older, these iPhone 6 and 6 Pluses. And I owned a 6 Plus, I liked it. I personally used it for a little while. It was one of the first main iPhones that I used, and I just find it so weird because even I go into the sold listings on eBay and I'm still able to see a lot of iPhone 6 being sold, which doesn't make any sense to me. Now if you're buying them for parts, now obviously I'm not your god, I'm not your dad, I can't tell you what to do. It's just my advice. And the fact that I'm still seeing all these iPhones being sold that are still from the 6 lineup, I still see iPhone 5s's and stuff. I don't even know why that's about, but I feel like I see more 6 and 6 Pluses being sold currently. So, like I said, I probably would recommend not picking up those specific phones. I would recommend picking up at least an iPhone 6s or an iPhone 6s Plus. That would be the better way to go. And I think the iPhone 6s is going to start pushing it pretty soon. But I would definitely stay away from the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus as of this point. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't even know if these things are still going to be getting those iOS 12 security updates. They might be, and I hope they do. At least when iOS 14 officially comes out, but I guess we'll just wait and see what happens from there. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, on me so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.